Welcome back. We're gonna play one game, one rapid game. Explain the moves. Explain the moves. That's one game to explain the moves. This is the highest rating I'm on, 2501. Wow, we have major player here, so 26 players, 2600 players. So we play this by opening. Let's see what happens. He plays here. I take. He takes back e3. So I guess this c5. Again, if you don't know about this opening, look at my other videos. You would know more about this opening and how I was able to use it to become a master, right? So e5. This is a way to compete on the center. So he could take, I could take. Usually, these double pawns could be a problem in some situations, but obviously, but usually black would maintain his two bishops here. So I play knight c3 with the idea of want to take queen takes e5. So maybe bishop e6 here. Typically, I play this g3, bishop g2, knight e2 to attack on d5. So this one is kind of interesting. He plays here. I guess he wants to take weaken up the pawn. I may just play here. So the idea is if he takes knight takes. If he's able to take here, white is okay with that because obviously there's no bishop pair. So when we say bishop pair, meaning the bishop pair means controlling two diagonals. In an open game, usually having the two diagonals are a pretty good thing. If you're able to have an open game, if you have a closed games, you need the knights, right? So in this game, maybe it's opening up, but there are sometimes these pawns like there's always the knight could step on h5. So usually the knight in this opening is pretty okay enough too. So here he plays knight c6. I wonder if I could play here. He's taking on d4. Supposedly we could take back here with the idea g3 bishop g2. So he took this way. So we could take here. I wonder if he's going queen b6 because knight takes d5 could potential. So he plays castles. I play here, preparing to castle bishop f3. Queen b6 is met by maybe knight takes. So now he plays bishop e6. I think the plan is obvious. Queen b6, attack d4. So if I were to castle here, d4 may not be an easy way to defend. So maybe here, queen b6, rook d1. There's maybe knight e5. So usually the issue here with black is how well these double pawns are, on the king side. You can see there's a little bit of weaknesses here, like this kind of weaknesses could be a problem in some lines, in some, positions, So he's going to play queen b6, gaining momentum. The real thing is, should I castle long, to be honest? Do you gamble? And there's a lot of ideas. Rook c8 could happen in, and it's not that clear. So the point is, maybe I'm the one trying to attack, meaning that I'm looking at this situation, maybe getting the queen here, bishop d3. You could always argue that there's always some stuff could happen here against his king. Maybe it's a potential draw or more, right? So he would be careful, like, if he goes here, the queen is going away from, the center of the board. So that's the reason why he's not quick enough on making this move. So he plays king here. He's probably understand there's a little bit of danger here. He wants to play rook g8. The real question is, do I castle? Long knight a5, attack the queen, king b1, bishop here. So queen here is rook g8. Or he could even take on d4 if I were to play here. Let's maybe gamble. Let's see what happens. So I did this move because I'm disallowing this. So I don't have... I'm like defending the pawn with like the queen and the rook. He plays rook c8 and I don't blame him. This is actually the way to play. So now would I go bold and attack? That's actually the question. Like here and bishop d3. He has to be quick on his defense. Maybe bishop here though, and there's a conversation about like g4, h4. It's not easy to defend this. Maybe bishop d3. He played here defending the king a little bit, but obviously there's if I play here rook g7. So let's try this. This is made in one, pretty much. So maybe the defense here, rook g7. So rook g7 or f5. But I don't know if I'm in favor of f5 because there's potential like attack could happen, h3, g4. Unless he's taking on here fast enough, which he might. So if I were to play here, he just takes here. That's maybe the real question is this is okay. This is also hanging. Ah, there's also queen h5. Yeah, he might be looking at trading queens. That's what it is. So I have to stop this trade of queens. I cannot really allow it. Because if he trade queens, that attack is no longer... So if I were to play f4... There's always rook g6 ideas. Let's play here. So this h4 stopping queen g5. He might take on g2. He might take on d4. I mean, this is all gambling at this point. Maybe he's okay, though. He's okay defend-wise. I mean, maybe I don't have much. The only thing I have much if I have f3 and g4, and then white has something going against f5 and potential h7. He might actually go with knight takes, so rook takes g2. The thing is, with rook takes g2, maybe it just allows white to get this kind of stuff happening. He tooks on d4. Yeah, that's no-brainer. I mean, it makes a lot of sense here. So, I mean, he might check and do d4, and... So maybe get the king out of the way. He's looking at this kind of stuff. His queen may not be going fast enough. Like, he has to be careful not going, like, let's say here's his queen f6, and then the knight would be hanging. So king b1, and I'm not really sure if this is even good for white. I would, black may be already... So black is basically saying white king is not really safe on b1, the king-queen side, and he took up the central pawn. The only thing that going for white is white could keep up. Like, there's some kind of attack that could happen. Compensation for that pawn and the king on b1. I mean, I would rather be black here, maybe. He may start playing this kind of stuff, and then he should check and go queen g7. He just may start exchanging. May feel like, well, we have a pawn, and we take the pawn and sleep on it till the next 50 years, and that pawn becomes a queen. This kind of mentality, right? So if he does queen f8, maybe just he took the pawn. So the only move left standing, I'm not entirely sure if he has to play this move. His queen is not really developed yet. I expected the queen move. So supposedly it's me play here. If he takes... he's playing this way. So if check is queen here, if takes, rook takes. May have to still take. So supposedly this is met by queen g7. So I wonder if I could play... There's also rook g8. So maybe I could play here with the idea as queen f4 and h6. May still have a potential of attack. Meaning he's up 2 pawns, by the way. I mean, the man is actually taking all the pawns. He has to be careful, though. Like, you not really don't want to take this. I mean, this allows this kind of stuff on h6. You're looking at now some kind of an attack might happen, like on g7. So the point is actually defending. It requires a little bit of defense, so he might do this with the idea if he check. Yeah, this is actually what I mean by defense, like he uses defense. So the point is actually where I have to put my queen, because it's very critical. So supposedly I go here in h6. He plays h6 himself. Not much to do, though. Maybe here was the idea of knight takes d5. So this is met by rook d8. That's a good move. So maybe this is not. Maybe he's still like putting a pressure on here, but I cannot really take it. This maybe here still. It would be nice if I get my rook to g1, but it's not really. I mean, maybe I could play here, but he could still play rook g8. He's still up 2 pawns. He wants to trade queens, of course. So trade queens, I have nothing to to do against it. So takes. He might play rook d8 here, but I'm just down a lot here, and I just felt like I have to do it this way. So now black is closing in to win, but the only thing that maybe going for me, it's like the double pawns slow him down. Like if he trades everything, maybe the double pawns are not like the extra pawn is still doubled. So this is actually okay. It's kind of like black, heading toward the, maybe winner or, draw, but, it's likely for him to win. So f4, he's looking at this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, that's probably winning. Should be winning here. Yeah, he's got to play bishop g4. He did not. Felt like he's going here. He's going this way. All right, we play here, knight f6. That would be good enough. Play here, knight h5. Again, this is not good enough for me. 2 pawns now. I mean, he's back to 2 pawns. Not much. Maybe I expand over here. Try to get bishop c6, but like here, but not much is going on. It's king g5, king h4. Or king g5, move the knight, stop moving the h-pawn. Just down 2 pawns here. There's nothing else going for me. So you move this way, so bishop move, attack this. He may play here or here, right? b4, he's going to play here. Yeah, any trade is going to be good for him. h5, h4. The pawn is moving as fast as possible. So I'm going to have to play like here to stop it. And I don't think it's stoppable. Not much is going for me at all. I mean, if miracle happens and I somehow able to create something on this side of the board, like against these 2 pawns, but I can't. Like, there's no time for like here, so I have to play here, stopping this. Yeah, maybe he has to play like some kind of f6 or something, so he's not tied down to defend f7 with the bishop, and then start moving the bishop somehow, like maybe bishop c4, knight e2 ideas. He still have to be a little bit careful though, but he wants to trade here. So we play here. Yeah, not much going for me at all. All right, we go after the pawn. I'm not sure why he's doing this, but he's going for the other side of this. Yeah, he's going for the other side, like here. That's a good way of playing. King e5. Or he could take the bishop. So, that would be it. Resign here. I don't think there was a way I could save it, to be honest. Supposedly here, the computer, it just doesn't approve any of these moves. I just want to go back quickly to see if I have a way out. Yeah, so here white was actually winning somehow. That's a big miss by me. And the computer is looking at this move. Oh, I missed this move completely. So this move is probably winning. The computer is saying if he goes here, his queen takes here, and obviously this is hanging. The problem is this is hanging, right? D4, the knight is hanging, so he has to take here, and then queen f6 here, and then he play queen takes d4. I missed this move. So this is like big blunder by him that d4 is hanging, so he doesn't have a way to defend on d4. So it's a weird miss by me. This move doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, you have to just play here. So this move is very strong. You go back down to attack the queen, and then you just simply take this queen f6. So any move like this is lead to check, and any move here is queen takes d4. So it's a big miss. But the rest of the game is like not sure if we could hold it. This is actually lost. The pawn is good enough here. All right. You know, that's a lost game. Providing some losing games was okay, but it's a learning experience for you guys. You could see that even 2600 could make a blunder. Like the blunder is around here, right? If we go back a little bit here, big major blunder by him. Supposedly here he was still better. He just has to play rook g6, right? We talked about how he could move the rook, but when you take this way and he plays this way, this allows like a tactic. Supposedly here, bishop f1. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for more videos to come. Hope you guys enjoy that learning experience, and it should be fun. Take care, folks. We back pretty soon.